Thought I'd just do a quick video here on the U.S. debt. I don't think there's a lot of people pay attention to this. None of the, Tulsi or Bernie Sanders or Joe Biden, even Donald Trump, okay, none of them talk about the U.S. debt, which it's basically $23 trillion, okay. But here's a lot of things to worry about. See what I was going to look at here. Dang it. Shoot, lost it. Anyway, I was going to look at something there and I lost where it was at. Anyhow, I was going to look at this, the federal debt to GDP ratio, right? Well, here in 2000, you look at it, 55, right? In 2000, now look at it. And what I always been told, when it hits 100, run for the hills. Okay, when it hits 100, the ratio, it's over 100 now, and no one talks about this. Okay. Dang, I was going to look at the other thing. Now I can't find it. But yeah, you see Social Security is over $1 trillion now for 12 months. Medicare, Medicaid's over $1 trillion now per year. Every 12 months, this is what it costs to run these programs. So Medicaid over $1 trillion, Social Security over $1 trillion, defense is close to $700 billion. So it's knock on the door being $1 trillion. Okay. Let's see here. Man, I'm going to show one more dang thing. It's so irritating. I'm going to show some. Oh, here it is over here. Man, I thought it was up here and it's over here. This is another concerning thing. Interest on the debt for 12 months. Okay, this is what the U.S. is paying to service the debt. Interest. Right here. Look at that. $373 billion on the interest to service that debt every 12 months. The interest on the debt is closing in on military. It's closing in on military. And no one talks about this. Trump don't talk about it. Tulsi don't talk about it. Bernie Sanders, Joe Biden, Warren, none of them talk about this. Now, if you look at the whole thing, okay, look at the whole thing. This is a U.S. debt clock, okay. You can go there and check it out, but look at all of it. But yeah, the service to debt, very big concern, and the ratio is a very big concern. From 2000, what it was in 2000, in just 19 years, it's jumped up, what, half in 19 years? And this is the path that U.S. financials are on. It's a mess. It is a gigantic mess. And one of these days, there's going to be a day of reckoning, okay? There's going to be a day of reckoning. This stuff is going to come back and haunt every citizen in the U.S. It's going to bite you right on the... You talk about being bit on the rear end. When this collapses and all this hits the fan, it's going to be just misery in the U.S. And no one talks on it. Really, this is a big monster in the room. This is a big elephant in the room, is this right here. And the U.S. has many, many troubles. But this is a huge elephant in the room. And no one talks on it. You know, you look at Joe Biden, the rest of them that are running for president. It's all the same thing, you know. Well, if I get in office, free health care for all, free this, free that, do this, I'm going to do this, but yet you have this and all this, and they're going to do this, that, and this, and that. One of these days, someone's going to get in the office, and all this is going to bite them on the rear end, and they're not going to be able to do anything. Someone's going to be that lucky person one of these days. That's very concerning. And that's why groceries are so high. You go down to the store, right, and you buy your groceries, and you notice that a lot of the boxes that you get are smaller now. Like boxes of cereal. The cereal boxes are smaller, and there's other items that are like that too. You're getting less quantity. You're getting less for your money. Okay, but because it's in a smaller box, they put the same price on it. So you're thinking, oh, food hasn't went up, it's the same price. No, food has went up. You're getting less for what you're spending, less, for the value for the dollar, okay? But a lot of people don't even pay attention to this. I do. I've been paying attention to this since 2005. I've been paying attention to this, and I was alarmed in 2005 when the U.S. had a $5 trillion deficit in 2005. I was concerned when it was at $5 trillion, and now it's at $23 trillion, and no one has done nothing about it. Why is the U.S. in debt? Why ain't people talking about why is the U.S. in debt? The greatest country on the face of the earth, okay, and they always say, oh, the richest country in the world, okay, but it has a $23 trillion debt, and the service that debt is closing on $400 billion a year, but it's the richest country in the world, right? But it has this. You're the richest country in the world. If you're the richest country in the world, why don't you pay off this so you don't have to pay this every year? All right? It isn't the richest country in the world. They print money, they borrow money, and it's just the day of reckoning is just right around the corner. But yeah, go check it out for yourself. I'm out of here.